What's up YouTube, it's me again and I'm back with another video. Welcome back to the channel, guys. Welcome back to the channel. So today, if you're new, please go ahead and subscribe to my channel and don't forget your post notification. It's gonna be right there next to the subscription button, so please don't forget. I love y'all so much. I'm actually gonna go somewhere and I'm just gonna like chit chat. This is gonna be my first video chit chatting with y'all, and this is gonna be like my first time telling a little bit of the story that almost happened while I was like 5 years old, but I don't know a whole lot about it. That's why it's gonna be like a short story, but I pretty much remember a little bit of it. So yeah, I can't believe people can actually do this to young kids. It's terrible. This world, we need help. We do need help. So while I'm getting ready, I'm just gonna like tell y'all about this, like how it happened, how I ended up in that ugly moment. Oh, first thing first, I'm actually gonna do my eyebrows first before I start talking, because I can't do my eyebrows while I'm talking. I don't know why, but I don't know. It's just weird. I can't. So my eyebrows are actually done. I don't know how I feel about my eyebrows because they're not waxed. They gave me a really hard time to work with them. Actually, this is like a story that I've never told anybody, not even like, my family members knows about it, probably a few of them, like my elders, not my young ones. But it's a story that I never tell anybody. It's just like, I feel like it's not that important, but I just wanted to do a story time. So I think I didn't even tell my fiance, because I felt like it's not really that important to tell him about it, but maybe he's gonna find out here on camera. But anyway, while I was 5, there is this dude. I don't know how old he was because I was really young and I couldn't really pay attention on everything, because at 5 years old you don't know anything. But I went through a lot while I was 5 though, because in the country that I'm from, in Africa, it's like really hard country. There is always something, like there is always fights, there are always, terrorists and whatever they call them. There is always something bad happening in that country. That's why I actually moved from Congo to Uganda, because my parents I felt like we're not safe over there, so we moved from there to Uganda, and then we moved here. If there is this guy that used to like buy me stuff. I don't know how old he was, but he used to buy me like bread, milk, at a young age at 5. Like he would find, but my parents, I don't know if my parents knew. I don't know how to explain this, because I was young. I really didn't know. I didn't understand a lot of things back then, because at 5 years there is nothing much about anything, about life or anything. So all I know is that he used to buy, because I remember this though, he used to buy me like, what young kids like to eat. I would say like bread, candy and all that. And my parents, probably like the people that saw him and do everything, they probably thought he was just being nice, or he just liked me as a child. But it ended up not being that way. It actually doesn't even make me sad, because it did not happen, but I'm glad I got saved. And my parents thought maybe he just liked me as a child, but apparently he didn't. He just wanted to do something bad to this young 5 years old child. Like, I don't know, why do people even do that? Like that, we would go like to, I don't know, I think it was a family house, but he would never take me to his, to his room or whatever. And then his room was actually outside the house. I don't know how we would call that. Would it be like a guest house, but a very small one? And then one day I came from school and I found him, because that day I think my mom, yeah, it was yes, my mom came and picked me up from school, and I'm not sure if it was my mom or my dad, but somebody picked me up from school. And me and my sister went to this buffet. I don't know if it's called buffet. I don't know how it's called. I don't know. I would call it a restaurant that only sells like yogurt and bread and stuff like that. Kind of like Subway. Like it has their specific stuff that they sell. So my sister, I don't know how my sister left me there though, because all I remember is because I don't remember all of it, but I remember a few of the things that happened. So I think my sister left me there, and actually opposite across the street there was a family member. I think it was like my father's, it's either my father's brother family, like, or my mother's brother family, or my father's brother family. They used to live across the street, so I think that's where my sister went. I think she went to pick something up, and we were both young. She was young too, so I'm sure she didn't know what she was doing, leaving me there at 5 years old. I don't know if she came back and looked for me, because all I know, this dude came over to where I was, and he started like buying me stuff, and I'm pretty sure the lady that works there thought he's just, because this dude used to buy me stuff when I was young, and I'm sure everybody thought he just liked me, just like, you know, as a child, because sometimes people have like their children, like they'll be, oh my gosh, I like that child because she's nice, she don't overcry or something. And that's what I thought, like I think that's what people thought, that he just liked me because I'm like that or whatever. But then after that, he took me to their house again, and I'm pretty sure my sister was looking for me after that when she came back, because I wasn't there. So she was probably like, where the hell did she go, I don't know what my mom told my sister, that when she went home and started looking for me. And this time around, he did not take me to the main house. He took me to his room. So I'm young, I don't know, I'm eating the yogurt, the bread, I'm like, yes, I'm enjoying. And I'm like, okay, so this is fun, okay, we're eating. And at a young age, all we want to do is eat. Most especially, like, eat what you like to eat. So I'm like just enjoying the food and blah blah blah. And this dude, with no shame, he started actually touching. 5 years old, he started touching me. And I remember that. I do remember that. He started touching me. All I know, I think I started crying. And I saw his pants pulling down and stuff like that. This is a terrible story to tell, but it's not as terrible to me. That's why I'm telling it. I hope y'all don't be offended. And showing me all his inner whatever. I don't even know what I did, because all I know is there is somebody that was passing around, because by this time, like, African house wearing that, like that, I'm using this palette, like the Jacquiana palette is really cute. I love these colors that I'm using, because I want to do like a simple, very simple look, because where I'm going is something that I don't even have to wear makeup, and I have to wear the dress decent. And I'm wearing my baby shirt because why not? Back to the to the story. By this time around, houses in Africa weren't that, like, that classy or anything. Maybe in Africa it was, but not where we were, The houses were not like really that good of houses. They were just like, I don't know how to explain it. So I'm pretty sure somebody saw this guy doing that, and they saw me. They had, like, I think they had my voice crying, and I'm pretty sure it was their neighbor. It was either their neighbor or somebody just passing around, because when you're in Africa, they where I was by then, the houses will have like halls or whatever. So I think somebody saw him, and they had me crying, so they kind of like, all I remember is somebody opened the door, and he had not touched me yet. I really don't remember a whole lot. That's why I don't know if I should actually even continue with this story, because I don't really remember a lot. That's almost all that I remember, but I still remember a couple things. That when they called, I think they called his parents. Yeah, they probably called his parents. Yeah, I think the dude that walked on him doing that called his parents, and he was an older dude. I remember that. He called his parents, they sit him down, and all I remember is seeing like cops coming, which are not like weird cops, because it's the cops in Africa, like at that point, it was, I don't know, they were just weird. Like, they didn't, like, their uniform is different. And since I grew up in Uganda, I don't even remember how the cops used to wear, like, where in Africa, because it's just different. It's just weird because I don't really know a whole lot about where I'm from, but I actually know more about where I'm not from, which is a terrible thing. I wish I knew more because I was really young when we moved from Congo to Uganda, so I really don't remember a lot. Because the cops were, all I remember is the cops came, but I don't really know if they were cops or whatever. But they took him out and they confronted him, blah blah blah. And the next thing I see is somebody's walking me home to my house. I don't know why they talked to my mom, but actually my mom never actually, talk about this at all, because I'm not sure if she just don't want to offend me or she don't want me to like overthink about it. I don't know. She never talked to me about it. I think she knows that I could actually understand by that age, even though I was like really young, but I was really smart. I was a smart kid. Like I was a young smart girl. So I'm pretty sure she knows. Hold on, I can't talk while doing this. My eyeliner is on now. I can continue with the story. Even though I don't really remember everything, I'm sorry y'all, but I know I'm gonna give you a story time one time that I remember, because I have a lot of stories, but I didn't know if you guys like story times or not. So I'm just gonna give you this one for fast so I can see if y'all like this story time. I have a lot of stories to tell because I went through a lot when I was young. You guys, if I tell you that I went through that. I went through this and then include my African parents on top of that while I was growing, and then it was like, ooh, sweet. All I remember, somebody was talking to my mom, and I was just telling y'all, like, my mom never really talked to me about it. I don't know if because she thinks I was smart enough and she knows that I know what happened, which is true. I do know what happened, and I really don't care if she talked to me about it or not, because nothing really happened to me. I just feel like it was really wrong of that dude to start touching me. I was freaking 5 years old. Why would you even start touching a 5 years old on their private parts? It's just it's gross. Oh my god, it's so gross. I don't even remember this guy's name, but I definitely remember his face. If I see him, I will remember, be like, oh my god, y'all better stay away from that guy, because this is one person that used to act really nice and the whole neighborhood used to like him because they thought he was nice. But never judge a book by its cover, because a lot of people can do bad shit to you or to your child. I think my mom never told me about it, by the way, because she felt like I think she felt like she failed as a mom, and I think that's why they don't really give me a hard time. If I tell you my parents didn't give me a hard time, and they gave actually my whole entire family a hard time through everything, trust me, they did. That's all I remember, to be honest. I remember this dude taking me home, and then they started talking to my mom. And my mom was so pissed and so mad. And my mom, when she gets pissed, she don't like really, you can just see it straight through her face, because she's like, you know those African moms that will be like, oh my god, that was my mom. I don't know, she came down though. Like, my mom is not like as hard as she used to be. My mom used to be like that big, but now she actually don't really care at all. She's not like she used to be before, because my mom used to be like a tough mom. The only person that will tell you how tough my mom was is like my elder sisters. Actually, my elder sister, our elder sister. Because actually, also if you want to know like other stories, because I can tell you a lot of stories, because I grew up, my mom and dad had 12 kids. Yeah, I know. I have a very big family, so many siblings, which I care about all of them, and actually 4 of them died, so now it's 8 of us. And then actually my elder brother is also going through something, so that's why I'm like telling you, I can tell you stories. If you like stories, just let me know. so I can tell you about like the stories that I remember. Because this one, I was just telling this one, I was just telling out like a little bit of what I remember that happened, but I actually don't remember everything. But with other stories, if you want to know any if y'all like story times like this, I can actually tell a lot of stories because I have a lot to tell if you like it. But if you don't like stories, it's still okay too though, because I'm not that much of a good talker. I'm not that much of a good talker. I don't know how to talk, like I don't know how to like talk and keep talking, if that makes sense. Because I'm this one person that will say like 5 words and then I'll be like, That's all I actually remember about this story. But please, y'all, if you're a parent, I know other people might be liking your child just like to like them as a child, but sometimes it's not what it seems like it is. Because who knew that this dude was actually gonna try to do some bad stuff to me, you know? My mom never knew. The neighborhood never knew. And if it wasn't for this guy that actually came over, if it wasn't for that guy that came and found him and told his parents, this dude was gonna rape me at freaking 5 years old. I was gonna be like one of those children that have like this burden on them, you know? And I'm glad I didn't. Oh my gosh, I'm so glad. It's God. God sees everything and God protects you in any way. But I feel like God protected me. I swear to God. And I can't really stop saying that because I know. Because it's so hard for somebody to just like walk around somebody's house and see that. It's not like every day that people do that. And it's not like every day that people walk around other people's houses. But on that day, somebody walked around the house and I got saved. You don't think that's God? God protected me from that. I wish I remembered more about this story though, because I know it's like a helpful story, but all I can say about this story is like, if you have a child, just be protective. Like parents, be protective. Like you have, like when you have your child somewhere, always keep an eye on your children. I don't even remember which sister I was with. Maybe it was my brother, because I don't remember. All I know is like I had a family member with me. That I remember, because I know I wasn't by myself and I wasn't with a stranger. Because then my dad had a lot of money and we had maids, you know. We had maids, but in a different way. Not that we had like a huge house. I mean, we had a huge house depending on how the houses looked then. Like, you know, it's just different, if I could say. We didn't have like a mansion or something. But I would say it was a mansion, depending on how on how things was then. Just keep an eye on your kids and your children if you have kids, please, because there is like really bad people in this world. Like they don't even care. Like they just do whatever they want to do. They don't care about whether you're a child or you're old or whatever. They just don't care. That is gross. If you're out there and you like to do stuff like that, please stop and save the world, save the kids. These kids are so innocent, just like I was. Whatever I told you is what I remember, and I just wanted to say that, you know, to tell you a little bit so you can get to know a little bit of what I went through when I was 5 years old. I don't even know if I was 5 or 4 because my mom said I was really a smart kid and I would like tell everything. I actually even know when I started walking, and I actually almost fell in the toilet too. Like, yeah, when I started walking, I remember the toilet, because in Africa the toilets are actually different. They have like a hole that I don't know how to explain this toilet, but it's like a little very small room that has like a hole on the floor, and it's like a whole big hole, and then they put like some woods on there, and then they'll cut like the middle of the wood, and then they'll have like a little bit of a hole, just a tiny hole. So when you're pooping or when you're doing your business, you have like to look down, so you know you can time where you're gonna sit. So you can time where you're gonna sit, and you have to make sure that you know, your butt is like right where the hole is, so you don't like poop on the side, because if you poop on the side you have to clean it, and then they don't even sit, like you have to squat. It's just so hard. Like I don't know, if you're from Africa you probably know what I'm talking about, like and you know how these toilets look like, because they're just different. Not to mention, not all of them are like that, because some other people have like good houses and then they have like different toilets, but a lot more have like this type of toilets. Like you have to squat down and you have to time your butt where the hole is, because if not you're gonna poop on the side, and if it's a child, your mom is gonna have to clean that poop for you. I mean, it's so good that I'm from Africa. Like you get to experience different stuff, because in Africa, when I got here, actually when we moved here, I was like, damn, it's so different here. Like everything is different. A lot things are different, and I feel like here it's way more with chemistry. Like they have a lot of technology and stuff. In Africa, they don't have a whole lot of technology. Like there is so many things that are actually DIY but works in the home daily, like everyday life. Is there anything we can do about it? No. Except they changed the presidents maybe. But I'm not even I don't even know who's the president. I know I'm terrible. I don't really watch news because I try to stay away from news, because I get so scared. I get terrified and scared, and I'm like, oh my god, because I still have a lot of family in Africa. Like I have my brother, and he's going through a lot right now because he gets seizures, and he get really bad seizures. So it's really scary when I watch the news, and I don't just want to know what's going on. I just want to know what's going on with my family, my brother, how he's doing. I don't want to know like what is happening in like who is killing who and whatever. Most of them is not true. I don't know if it's true, because it could be true, but it's from not where I know, you know, because I do talk to my family that are still in Africa, so I do know a few of the stuff that happens in Africa. I wouldn't say that I know everything, but I do know a few stuff that actually happens. And when I tell people, because I work in Walmart, so when people ask me, because I have an accent, so it's obvious people are gonna ask me, oh, you have an accent, where you from? I'm like, I'm from Africa. Which part? Oh, you know, you just tell them where you from, and they're like, is it true this happens? Is it true this happens? Or that happens? And I'm like, I mean, when I was there, nothing happened, and my family that are still in Africa don't really tell me that happens. And so I really don't know. Maybe it happens, but it happens in like different areas, you know, because Africa is big, and where I'm from is really big. It's huge, so you never know what's going on in the other side of the country. Duh. I really could never tell if they're right, or if the news is right or wrong. I don't like listening to rumors, because whatever you see on the news, it's just like coronavirus right now. Like it's crazy. I don't know if it's me, but I feel like the news and the internet is making it seem so crazy. It's making it seem like it's killing everybody. It's like a freaking vampire virus. Everybody's gonna turn into a vampire or whatever. But you guys, why are you buying toilet though? Just like I said, I work in Walmart, and you guys, when I tell you like the shelves are empty, the shelves are freaking empty. Oh my god, I feel like this video, I went from this story to that one. Like I didn't stick to my story. I mean, I finished my story, I finished whatever I know about it, but I just kept going, but which is not bad. But if y'all are tired of me talking, you can just be like, oh my gosh, shut up. But I'm not gonna shut up, because this is my video, okay? Period. This is why I'm like really scared of having a child. I'm scared but not scared. Like, you know, I don't know if I'm gonna be able to protect my child, like most especially of what I've gone through when I was a child. Because as a child, I've seen like a lot of things, a lot of bad things happening to good people, you know. And most of these people were actually my family, so it's so hard like to think of like having a child. Like you have to think like, how am I gonna protect my child like from this world, because this world is full of crime, full of like a lot of bad things happening. It's just too much. It's just too much. Cute. Let's highlight these cheekbones. So yeah, I feel like this is really cute. It's like a cute simple look. Look at that lash. Look at the difference. Cute. Oh my god, I feel like doing your makeup when you're talking is so good and the better, because I feel like this is like the most eye look that I've ever done in the like fall. I mean, I've done good looks. This looks so cute and fun, and like, you know, just right there. It's not like too much. None of that. It's just looking like me because I'm beautiful. And you're beautiful too. Yeah. Of course, my mom called me and I'm using my phone. This is why I need to get a camera really bad, because I want to be able to pick up my phone call. What the hell? Anyways, I'm gonna finish this look with Morphe spray. Ugh. This spray smells so good. I get like really wet in my face because I like it when my face just looks moisturized, not dry, not, you know. Look how beautiful this spray makes your skin. I mean, it's still wet right now, but it's gonna like dry down and then it's gonna look like really pretty. But anyway, you guys, that concludes today's video. Thank you all so much for watching this video, and thank you for sitting down with me and chit chat with me. If you watched till the end, I appreciate you. Even though you didn't get to the end, I still appreciate you. Even when you skipped the video, I still appreciate you. Like, my heart is like, it's like pumping because I'm so excited. Like, I love when people watch my videos. I like making I actually love making videos, so I will do my videos. I'll put them out there. When you find this channel, just subscribe. That concludes today's video, y'all. Thank y'all so much, and I will see y'all in my next video. Peace. Even though I talk a lot about different stories. Bye.